Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The drive starts with a run by White. Oh, fighting off the defender. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ritter on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. You look at this Saints defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll go up the middle with White. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. This defense for the Saints, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Ritter here on 3rd and 2. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The Saints at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. He's going to try and do this himself. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Henley. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good, as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And you look at this Saints defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Ritter will set up to throw it. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. They go with Booker up the gun. Gets around him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down. Looking to throw. Henley. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jenkins. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Here's a 2nd and 8. Up the middle with Booker. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Henley. And he is caught. He's got the first down and then some. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Third and 9 here. Godwin, the motion man. Ritter throwing on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Henley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ready? 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Off the play fake. Henley. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38. Hut.
Ritter off the play fake. Able to shake him off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Ready.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Ritter from the gun. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Keon White got in there for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. 43 rail. Ready.
3rd and goal. Ritter with it. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Henley. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jenkins. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Booker on 1st down. A little juke. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. From the 25, here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Henley. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jenkins. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Henley. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw. Henley. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 3 yards out. And the Saints are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Hey, go Fury. Zoom black. Edo blue. Set cut.
Working from the gun, Ritter.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Inside the 20, powering his way forward.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Off play action. Henley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Henley. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Drive the New Orleans offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Booker. Oh, good move. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 55 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
The
Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Clock 10. Set, go.
On play action, here's Ritter. Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Ready.
Going right side is White. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Come on.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Drill 52. Cut.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
He completes it to Evans. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
5-6. Cut.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Seal black. Ready.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Shotgun handoff to Booker.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they statted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Right back to him on first down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
2nd and 9.
On the counter, Mitchell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On third down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Fight, 97. Set.
Ritter with it after the play fake. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Keon White getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Six. Mega. Set.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Okay, ready?
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Ready?
Ritter to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Fight, fight. Set, cut.
Back to throw, Ritter. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll hand off to Booker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here we go, set.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Set, go.
Here's Tucker.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
17. 52 blaster. Striker.
Here's Ritter.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10.
Blaster, 6. Go red.
Godwin, the motion man.
Jackrack.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And that one complete to Hodgins.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go.
The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
Yellow, go. Check white. Hut.
Ritter now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Christian Harris. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's a second down and 7 from the 37. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready, break!
And they will take a knee here. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea where the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Saints, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back